Got audio. Check, check. There it is. And welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, the Week 11 pick show, the Fly Degenerates pick show, where we pick 3 games against the spread, one 1-point pick, one 2-point pick, one 3-point pick. 3-point pick being the best bet of the week, of course. But first, how are my homies feeling?
Good, B. Good.
Show Burrow.
Show. What about Burrow?
I don't know. He's nice.
Is
So I'm
he?
feeling nice. Show Burrow.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Could have fooled me. My Bengals not making the
My
playoffs.
fault.
My Bengals not making the playoffs preseason pick don't seem so crazy now, does it?
I thought about you earlier today when it turned out to be not a real report, but I was driving and I was listening to, I forget what show I was listening to. I think it was Barton Hahn, and they said that they saw a tweet that said Ryan Tannehill has asked the Titans for his release.
Oh wow!
And I was like, oh,
Here comes
this is gonna make, because I didn't see the account that it was, so I thought eventually it was gonna get to you, and you were gonna bring it up, but
It's
it
my
ended
burner
up being, not a like an official account, but the account had ESPN at the end, so people bought it.
Of course.
And I'm saying that would have led to a very big possibility that your other prediction that seemed, a little bit outside of the box before the season of Ryan Tannehill leading the Jets to the playoffs was still alive.
We're right there.
It may, there may be some truth to it. So who knows? But
We like to take big swings here. Big swings. Big hacks. Speaking of big swings and big hacks, I'm the big hack from last week, but there's another big hack. Well, I don't even know if we can consider Michael Carter a big hack. How do you feel about Michael Carter now being with another genius preseason pick of mine? My guy, Johnny G, picked up Michael Carter, got himself another
did
running
he?
back. That's
That's
right.
right.
He's a Cardinal now.
yeah,
That's it. The Cardinals are going to the playoffs.
I mean they got. I mean, it's funny because that team it's gonna look like almost like it's a funny visual if you got Michael Carter, you got Kyler Murray, you got Rondale Moore, all these 5'7" dudes running around. It's gonna
They need
look
to
like
get
a
that guy
circus.
from the Cowboys. What's his name? The little guy that they picked up
Vaughn.
that everybody was
Deuce,
all hyped about in the
Who's
preseason.
fine?
Deuce
There you
Vaughn,
go,
yeah, just hide them motherfuckers behind the linemen.
That's the trick. That's the key. That's the trick right there.
They should do that. They should do that shit where like they, like in the circus where they doing the jumps and they do the like where they like they propel. Can you? I wonder if you could do that. You probably can, but you know what I'm saying? That goal line play that like the new, like instead of like the tush push, it'll be like the sight flight or some shit, like the height flight. And throw these niggas, throw these little niggas like 8 feet in the air over everybody.
Yo, that'd be
That's
amazing.
fire.
That would be amazing. I think we should
But
allow
you have
that.
Got that
have like a
saved in the
fucking offensive
playbook.
tackle at the quarterback.
Yo, almost like a snap, like the holder on the kick on the field goal try. You put the offensive lineman there, and you get the ball, hand this nigga, like a direct snap, and you get this nigga walking, and then you do one of these joints.
The pool shit. The pool flip.
Yo.
Now, here's
Hell
the
yeah.
thing. I think the Jets might need to start do this in order to try to score some touchdowns. Because they need
fair.
to get innovative with what their approach is going to be to offense. Because I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know.
I mean, there's another innovation they could come up with is not have a fucking penalty every time that there's a 7-yard offensive play, positive play. That'll help to begin with. I mean, I pointed out that they scored 2 touchdowns on one drive and came away with a field goal last game, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Do the New York teams have the 2 worst quarterbacks in the history of football?
Right now, starting? Oh, in the history of fucking. Ugh.
Well, I guess you can't go history because of the evolution of the position. It's not fair to compare today's quarterback. Like, I feel like, maybe, both of them would be perfectly acceptable and average and normal, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago. But in today's modern NFL, it's just stuff you don't see.
Can you imagine?
But my nigga Danny DeVito though.
Can you imagine Zach Wilson throwing a 60-yard bomb like in 1947? This motherfucker would be like fucking Babe Ruth.
Hell yeah.
of quarterbacks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
I don't know about Danny DeVito though.
It's not.
It's today, and he's not the anything of quarterbacks except for the not good of quarterbacks.
The second best quarterback in the New York. Oh, the best quarterback in New York.
Who?
Well, New York City. Zach Wilson.
Wilson? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's got to be.
He's better than Tommy, bro.
No. Who's the Syracuse starting quarterback?
I said New York City.
Who's the? I don't know. Who's the starting quarterback? Who's Fordham's starting quarterback?
Who's the Sleepy Hollow?
Well, Sleepy Hollow's not New York City. Fordham
is.
You're
right.
Who's Fordham's starting quarterback?
I have no idea.
Or what other schools? I don't know. I don't really get into
Manhattanville.
Manhattanville, yeah. I don't know if they have I'm assuming they must have a team. But anyhow, Giants. One of the worst games you ever see. That was rough. And towards the end, listen. I've said what I said about Dable, but now if Dable survives this season, which I assume he will, I have no reason to believe that he's not going to survive this season.
Yeah.
So next year, when the Giants play the Cowboys, after the way that the Cowboys just mopped them both times this year, and not only that, man, the way they were really trying to put it on them at the very end when it was way over, just really trying to embarrass them.
Mm-hmm. When you talk about when Saquon was still on the field. For no reason.
No, I'm actually more talking about when the Cowboys were on offense touchdowns on the field. Yeah, when they were throwing the ball all over the place with Cooper Rush, when they're up, 700 points, and the game was clearly over.
But I was just saying that because for some reason he had Saquon on there when we were down like 30-something, and Saquon was still running the ball for some reason.
Because he doesn't care if Saquon lives or dies.
We know what he does.
Because he doesn't care if Saquon lives or dies. Matter of fact, Saquon spoke about that today. Did you see that quote?
No, what did he say?
So one of the reporters asked Saquon how he feels. I guess, to be honest with you, he may have actually been – this question may have been inspired by what you are commenting on having seen in the game. I forget who the reporter was, but somebody asked him, I'm paraphrasing, but something along the lines of, how do you feel about loyalty when it comes to loyalty for teams and stuff like that after going through what you went through in the off season with the contract negotiations and getting all of these carries, et cetera, and Saquon was like, he said something along the lines of like, my eyes are open now to there is no loyalty, this is a business. And he said that. Damn. He was like, it's
for Saquon to say that.
Yeah, and that's what kind of caught me off guard, because even after everything went down and he finally, they worked out whatever contract they were going to work out, and he showed up to camp, he seemed to really go out of his way to say all the right things and not really whether he was holding on to a grudge or not because of what happened, he played the role and didn't really let on. But I feel like now, with that most recent quote, I have it right here. I'll actually read it. He said, okay, handling a huge workload would be viewed as a benefit when it came to getting a new contract because of his loyalty to the organization. And here's Saquon's quote. Loyalty means nothing, he said. Loyalty, quote, loyalty, that don't mean nothing. No matter how loyal, no matter how committed you are, it's a business at the end of the day. That is something I have learned.
That's crazy.
So
it's crazy I didn't see anything about it. Hold on one
second. So the reporter said back to him about, you know, how he views loyalty regarding what his contract will be or what contract he will be seeking next season, and how the correlation between how many carries you get ends up kind of being a negative because you quote unquote have too many miles on you. And his quote in response to that was, yeah, it's really crazy when you break it down like that. It's just the way the business is, Barkley said. When you're a premier back in this league, not to talk about myself, they feed you the ball because it helps you and gives you an opportunity to win games more times than not. And then when it comes to contract or a certain time and you're a running back, you have so much miles on you, and it's a crazy concept. I try my best to not think about that or I would go insane. I just try to keep focused on the love of the game, take care of my body, and whenever the opportunity comes to talk contract again, whether it's with the Giants or another team, hopefully I'm able to pull the film or pull up numbers to be able to get a contract that is the best for me and my family.
Yeah. That's scorched earth coming from Saquon.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, that kind of Saquon has been so much, you know, unfortunately for him, to his detriment, he's played the good soldier and, you know, not spoken out in any kind of, you know, headline making way. So then when I went on and I saw this headline that said Giants Barkley on loyalty, quote, don't mean nothing, I was like, let me see what this kind of exchange was here. So
it's crazy. That didn't even come across my shit. It was like it's almost like what Aaron Rodgers like joked about. Like it's almost like they like the Giants have a gag order on some of the media because it's like, yo, that's your, like they saw what they did to Daniel Jones, right? Like with Dable, I'm saying with Dable, because Dable he's skating, yo. And like obviously it seems like we're on the same page pretty much, but yo, like he's skating, and like they were saying, like if he's able to draft a quarterback, and it turns out that he's not a good coach, and they end up either having to fire him next year as opposed to this year and just breaking it all down, like you're almost kind of like getting into this similar circle that the Jets have always been in, where it's like this instability with like the chicken or the egg. Like you don't know why, like if all the quarterbacks are bad because of the organization or the organization is bad because of the quarterbacks. But it's like, you know, like it just seems like there's no pressure. Like it's fine. Like it's fine. Like everything is, you know, like it's good. It's okay that you got blown out by the Cowboys a total of what is it? It was like 87-10, like with the two games. I think it was something like that. It was 40 because it was 40-0, and this was 47. Was this 47-10? This last game?
Yeah, I think was it 10 or was it?
No, I thought they put up 17.
I'm about to say, I think they scored twice.
Yeah, 49-17 was the final there.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. You know, I think I said it on here real quick. I said it on here, I believe. And I was like, from what I heard, you know, I don't listen to a lot of sports, but I think I was the first one out there in sports talk history No, I'm just playing. But now this year that was saying how I feel like he lost the locker room. Like I feel like he kind of lost the locker room. And
Dable.
I Yeah, Dable, yeah. And I equated some of that to the off-season shit with Saquon, man, because and I know that's the GM and that's a shame, but that all that goes together because man, the players at some point they can't get to Shane. So they want to rebel and they show their frustration with the head coach to get to the organization. You know what I mean? And I think that has to do with it, man. The tantrums on the field by Dable outing his players in the preseason and in the games, and then when you add that to the how they treated Saquon, you know what I'm saying? It's like
And even Daniel Jones, man.
yeah, well the way they outed him and when he fucked up, yeah, but they also gave him the contract that
Well, yeah.
people were debating that Saquon should have got it, and then obviously the locker room definitely felt that way, and that so yeah, man.
But they need to change his name to Brian Drago because these motherfuckers treats the players like if he dies, he dies. Like he running motherfuckers into the ground, man. Like with no remorse, no nothing. Like at
Yeah.
the end of a game when you're getting blown out, like what are you doing? Like it
What are
was
you doing?
crazy because I think the time like the clock ran out. Oh no, they kicked a field goal with like I don't know how many seconds left or minutes, like a minute left on the clock. Last
Yeah, I think he called a timeout to kick the field goal.
yeah. I was like, yo, this is desperate, bro.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get I don't really get what Dable's doing. I don't really understand what happened to Dable. I just feel like for me it's very hard for me to put too much analysis on this season. Like I said, I've seen a lot of things that are very, very concerning, but it's such a mess that I don't even really know. Like next season, like let's say the Giants don't win another game for the rest of the season. They finish, however they finish, don't win another game, win one more game, whatever. Just say it stays being garbage. I wouldn't have. You could tell me the next season that they make the playoffs, or you could tell me the next season that they have another garbage season and have the number one pick. And neither of those two would surprise me. Like I have no idea. I don't know what Dable is. Like
I mean,
like between last year and this year, I don't know what Dable is. So
it wouldn't surprise you because that's exactly what's happening this year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I can't I can kill him for specific in-game decisions, which is what I've done. But I can't, as far as like the losing the locker room, having the locker room, I can't really read too much into that because it's a small sample size, and like when you're losing, you lose the locker room. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't like all the behavior and the antics and all that stuff. But it's interesting because it could be Dable could be a coach that is a front runner, right? Like he could be like when things are going well, he's the all the players love him. He's dancing to Biggie in the locker room, and everybody's all good. And then when things go wrong, maybe he's pointing fingers and he doesn't deal with losing, or maybe A doesn't deal with losing well, or B doesn't deal with expectations well because they didn't have any expectations coming into last year either. So I really don't know, man. I don't know I still don't know what Dable is. So that's why like I said, I can kill him for in-game decisions that I feel like are just plain and obvious. But as far as like everything else that's going on between, like as far as all the contract stuff you're discussing, I don't even know how much of that is him, how much of that is Shane. I know that they're working together, obviously hand in glove, but do the players blame Dable for some of the contractual situations, or do they look past him at Shane? I can't call it. I don't know.
Who knows?
And and it's tough because like I was saying half tongue in cheek last year about how they were winning with like all the big players were David Gettleman picks, but they've been good enough to where like they've warranted getting contracts and stuff like that. So it's like you have a bunch of players.
Oh, the
No, like
the
the
Gettleman
Gettleman
picks.
picks that they've been sticking around, right? But it seems like with with the Gettleman players, he has kind of like, if you realize that he kind of has like a short leash with them, or like it kind of has like a shorter temper with them, right? But then they're the leaders on the team, but then the other players that are on the team that are, coming up or whatever, from last year to this year, they're obviously they're Shane picks and Dable picks. So it's like you have like a weird thing in the locker room where it's like, these are our best players, like Andrew Thomas, Dave, Saquon,
Dexter.
and Dexter Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are our best players. Like, we're treating them differently because they're not our players, like Saquon, Daniel Jones. But then at the same time, like, Evan Neal doesn't get, he doesn't get yelled at, or at least it doesn't seem like he doesn't get benched. You know what I'm saying? It's like the shitty players kind of, they just because they're their picks, they kind of get like different treatment. So I don't know. It just seems like something's, maybe that's what's like making shit
Tearing them apart.
fuzzy in that locker room, because it's like, yo, they had a they had a good defense last year. They had a couple week stretch where they looked like amazing on defense, and then all of a sudden it's like, yo, the shit went, like, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it just kind of does seem like maybe it's like you said, Bobby, like with the front running and the finger pointing. It's like, yo, when we're up, it's because all of us. When we're down, this guy's not doing this and this guy's not doing that. So it's like, I don't know, man. It just seems like a weird dynamic. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that's gonna work out in the end, but there's a lot going on that you could like kind of hypothesize with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about the way that he treats the Shane guys, or the not his guys versus the Gettleman guys, he was going at Tyrod Taylor, and that's his guy. So I don't really know. I think some of it has to just do with, like you said, like obviously the Gettleman guys have been here longer. Or I think the general expectation would be higher of them. So maybe that's why it seems like they're held to a different standard or held accountable more so. But I like, that's what I said. I just can't, I can't call it. I need to see more. I need to see how this goes and how they end up responding to this, really, really bad stretch. Because I feel like I always kind of, no matter who the coach is, for the most part, I always kind of expect some kind of a bounce back. I still am waiting to see how the Giants finish this season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they just continue to just go down this path, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because everything could turn. Like, listen, if they come out and whoop the commies' ass this weekend, we could be a whole different conversation next Thursday. You know what I mean? And is that the craziest thing to think of? Not really. I mean, I wouldn't bet my life on the Giants winning any game against anybody right now. But at the same time, would I be shocked to see them go in and beat Ron Rivera? Like, no, of course not. Like, and
Especially when they've had their number so often.
yeah, so like, listen, if they go in there and they pull off a crazy win, Tommy DeVito, throws a tutty and they win the game, it could turn, everything could turn around. You know what I mean? Like,
It's football, baby.
I want to see if the Giants at some point in the next, in the next 7 weeks, find a way to. Obviously, they're not going to be a postseason team. And I don't believe that they're, at least from a coaching and player standpoint, or in any way looking ahead towards getting the number one pick. Obviously, that's stuff for fans to have conversations about, and maybe even at the executive level. But as far as just the players and the coaches, they're gonna go out there trying to win these games, and what that looks like the next 7 weeks is going to be very, very telling to me, because if they're still going out there trying to win these games and they're just getting completely run out of the building every time, I don't know how Dable's going to react to that. I don't know how the players are going to react to that. But then at the same time, if they go out there and they win a couple of games down the stretch, pick up a couple of, surprise wins, maybe they play the Eagles tough in a game and they take something away from that. You never know. So I don't know.
I mean, I think you said it. Like, first of all, I think if Tyrod Taylor is healthy enough to play and they don't play him, I think that's going to be a big thing. Like, especially like the way Tommy DeVito is playing. Like, if they don't play him and he's healthy enough to play, I think that's going to be
that would be like what the Jets are doing.
Well, I mean, but it's different when you're getting blown out by 30 and you're competitive in games. Like, in terms of
yes, but how different is it really though?
It's exactly the same then.
No, I'm not saying it's exactly the same. I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is in terms of players quitting, because if the players quit on the coach and they see what's going on, that can easily be a situation where it's like,
what's happened here?
I don't think they're going to be like, it's going to be one of those situations where, like you said, we haven't seen it yet, but it's going to be hard to bring back, to justify bringing back a coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like are the Giants tanking?
Well, I mean,
I don't believe that.
When you're calling a timeout to kick a field goal in the last minute or so, and you're getting blown out by more than 30.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could try to front like you're not tanking, but I mean, it's it's still kind of it's almost embarrassing.
It's definitely embarrassing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. That's why I don't get what's going on. So it just seems like there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully Flex has gotten his Giants talk fill, because I know that you feel very strongly about the lack of coverage and criticism that the Giants get. So hopefully you've gotten some of that out of your system. Hopefully. So we can take a break and we'll come back. We'll recap the picks and we will have best bets for week 11.
All right.
What is this?
Yeah.
Fresh champion, they trying to feel the ambience. Never seen nothing quite like the aliens. I'ma call the alliance, you call the ambulance. Before they even show up, your soul will start vanishing. Lost a lot through gambling with the odds, I'm addicted. You wanna take a look through my eyes, got you twisted. I'm sick and vicious, make a bloody Christmas. I love where I'm from, but I ain't riding through the trenches. A lot of stupid bitches like to make a lot of shit up. I hate to be the one to tell you, gang, you gotta give up. Writing on the wall like I ain't got no home training. Throw my name into your mouth, I'm spraying red, no paying. No waiting for my mans to show up, cause I'ma handle mine. Shit about to blow any second, like I stand on mine. Spin your body round 100 times before I let you breathe. Lock the door, shut the lights, I can't let you leave.
Hey, yo, Element, what's good, God? These fucking streets got a nigga going crazy, It's like a house of screams, done. Yeah. Hey, yo, I'm way much chiller than most. I ain't frontin' at all. I'm flirting with maintaining and broke. But who you know that's iller with words? Yeah, clearly disturbed. That really actually dealt with some coke. Elmhurst where they murdering folk. 15 years later and I'm still here serving you dope. Only now it's informers of mean bars. It's cream, but some are more chasing that green card. It's Queen's Guard. Better learn how to think fast. These bitch ass niggas that's off to some bitch ass. Assault them, throw salt in their wounds. It's deeper than watching loved ones cook boy in the spoon. This for young boys locked in a room. Group homes, no visits, turn vicious, feel alive in the tomb. Young guys watch most of them coons. Yeah, they lying, they zoom. The loot of life they ain't never consumed. For my niggas gonna light it up. I provide the feeling one can only get while being cuffed on the Rikers bus. Whole killers say they side with us. We keep a bag of iron sticks like we play for the Riders Cup. Queens and Philly once again, what can fuck with us? Huh? Queens and Philly once again, what can fuck with us? Huh? I'm trying to tell them, done. I hear them screams, man. Ain't nobody gonna help you out of that one, son. You gotta find your own way, done. Yeah? Queen, Philly.
Fresh champion, they trying to feel the ambience. Never seen nothing quite like the aliens. I'ma call the alliance, you call the ambulance. Before they even show up, your soul will start vanishing. Lost a lot through gambling with the odds, I'm addicted. You wanna take a look through my eyes, got you twisted. I'm sick and vicious, make a bloody Christmas. I love where I'm from, but I ain't riding through the trenches. A lot of stupid bitches like to make a lot of shit up. I hate to be the one to tell you, gang, you gotta give up. Writing on the wall like I ain't got no home training. Throw my name into your mouth, I'm spraying red, no paying, no waiting for my mans to show up, cause I'ma handle mine. Shit about to blow any second, like I stand on mine. Spin your body round 100 times before I let you breathe. Lock the door, shut the lights, I can't let you leave. Fresh champion, they trying to feel the ambience. Never seen nothing quite like the aliens. I'ma call the alliance, you call the ambulance. Before they even show up, your soul will start vanishing. Lost a lot through gambling with the odds, I'm addicted. You wanna take a look through my eyes, got you twisted. I'm sick and vicious, make a bloody Christmas. I love where I'm from, but I ain't riding through the trenches. A lot of stupid bitches like to make a lot of shit up. I hate to be the one to tell you, gang, you gotta give up. Writing on the wall like I ain't got no home training. Throw my name into your mouth, I'm spraying red, no paying, no waiting for my mans to show up, cause I'ma handle mine. Shit about to blow any second, like I stand on mine. Spin your body round 100 times before I let you breathe. Lock the door, shut the lights, I can't let you leave.
Hey, yo, Element, what's good, God? These fucking streets got a nigga going crazy, It's like a house of screams, done. Yeah. Hey, yo, I'm way much chiller than most. I ain't frontin' at all. I'm flirting with maintaining and broke. But who you know that's iller with words? Yeah, clearly disturbed. That really actually dealt with some coke. Elmhurst where they murdering folk. 15 years later and I'm still here serving you dope. Only now it's informing some mean bars. It's cream, but some are more chasing that green card. It's Queen's Guard. Better learn how to think fast. These bitch ass niggas that's off to some bitch ass. Assault them, throw salt in their wounds. It's deeper than watching loved ones cook boy in the spoon. This for young boys locked in a room. Group homes, no visits, turn vicious, feel alive in the tomb. Young guys watch most of them coons. Yeah, they lying, they zoom. The loot of life they ain't never consumed. For my niggas gonna light it up. I provide a feeling one can only get while being cuffed on the Rikers bus. Whole killers say they side with us. We keep a bag of iron sticks like we play for the Riders Cup. Queens and Philly once again, what can fuck with us? Huh? Queens and Philly once again, what can fuck with us? Huh? I'm trying to tell them, done. I hear them screams, man. Ain't nobody gonna help you out of that one, son. You gotta find your own way, done. Yeah? Queen, Philly.
Fresh champion, they trying to feel the ambience. Never seen nothing quite like the aliens. I'ma call the alliance, you call the ambulance. Before they even show up, your soul will start vanishing. Lost a lot through gambling with the odds, I'm addicted. You wanna take a look through my eyes, got you twisted. I'm sick and vicious, make a bloody Christmas. I love where I'm from, but I ain't riding through the trenches. A lot of stupid bitches like to make a lot of shit up. I hate to be the one to tell you, gang, you gotta give up. Writing on the wall like I ain't got no home training. Throw my name until you...
One. And we are back. It is time for the picks. Week 10. Week 10 was a big moving week, particularly for one FLEX, flex.
Ooh.
Picked up 6 points, including the TD prop. Got the 2 and the 3 point picks right with going head to head with Word Life, taking the Cardinals plus 2.5 against Atlanta.
Never a doubt.
Taking the Steelers minus 3.5 against Green Bay, and unfortunately,
Very much of a doubt.
Jets let you down with the 1 point pick. I apologize to everybody who's tailing. My first offer of the year hurts, but you know what? We reevaluate, and we will be back this week.
You take
Word
the good,
Life.
take the bad, you take them both, and there you have.
Yes, and I lost head-to-head to Word Life, of course, taking his boy, Joe Burrow, and the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got your C.J. Stroud Texans. Not only the cover, but the outright win. Genius, brilliant, phenomenal call by you. Terrible, disgusting, and vomit-inducing call by me.
Well, I did say multiple times in the podcast that the Bengals would win, but Stroud would cover. But I'll
Because
still
you
take
overestimated
it.
how good Joe Burrow is. Understandable,
Yeah, well,
as did I.
Yeah, well, the key thing that I did say last week was the overlook. I feel like it was a classic overlook for this game that I'm driving towards right now to go watch at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
He didn't
and
play well either, man.
It was an overlook for me as well because I won't make excuses, but most of my analysis from last week was based off of injury reports that didn't turn out to be true. I had Trent Williams not playing for the Niners, and that was one of my main reasons for going Jags. Then he ended up playing, and they ended up smashing them. And then, of course, I had Higgins playing and Chase out, so that worked out great.
Just had to flip him.
Anyhow, where that leaves us now in terms of the picks contest, after Flex's big 6 point week, he is tied with me.
Wow.
For second place.
Wow.
Behind the box. The box, which just continues to defy all common sense. The box with another 2-1 week. The box is 21-9 against the spread for a total of 40 points. Flex and I behind the box with 35 points. Word Life still in striking distance, 7 points back, but it's time to make a move. 28 points. Flex has the pole position after performing best last week. So let's hear your 3 picks, sir.
All right,
And
I
the
will
Jets
point
better
out
be
that
one of them.
just so we're clear.
Would you say the Jets better be one of them?
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Just so we're clear, betting is so crazy because the only reason that Pittsburgh and Green Bay Packers game hit for me was because of the missed extra point at some point in the game by the Green Bay Packers that put them down by 4 points. They were driving on the last drive. If they're down by 3, they tie that game up, probably go into overtime. But being that it was a 4-point game, it led to Jordan Love having to try to score the touchdown, and we know how that works out at the end. So everything is this. It's like a razor. It's like a razor's edge. It's crazy, but we digress.
Well, I apologize
So-
for not recapping the picks enough. Thank you for that recap, Flex.
You're welcome. So, for my 1 point pick, which is I'm gonna come back to that Vegas ain't slick pick because this
Oh.
one doesn't make any particular sense. We've had some movement on the line where the Cleveland Browns were a 1-point favorite, and Deshaun Watson out for the season, debacle of a contract, debacle of a trade. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? He deserves all the stuff. He deserves everything he gets. But I digress again.
Well, I don't know
How
if he
does
deserves everything he gets. He's getting a lot of money. I know that.
Well, okay. Yeah, the bad stuff. But anyway, how does the point how do the Browns become a bigger favorite after their starting quarterback is out for the season? Doesn't really make sense.
Wait, what? How did they become a bigger favorite after he went out?
Well, they were a 1-point favorite, and now they're on the not because of the purposes of the show. They're a 1.5-point favorite now.
Well, before I don't know when you looked at the lines, but before Watson was announced out, they were, I think, of three, and depending on where you look, they were 3.5, 4-point favorites.
Oh, so, well, maybe I saw it late, but either way,
And
it's still
Vegas
going up
knew Deshaun Watson was out before it got announced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, it still doesn't make sense that there would be more money pouring in. I know that they got the defense, and I know that they're at home. Also, coming off of a big win, I just, like I said, like these games are all close. I think even if the Browns win, it's a 1-point. It's going to be a close game, but I don't know. I see that the defense is playing crazy. You could argue that actually, like the other quarterbacks have played just as well as Deshaun Watson, and I don't know. Just give me the Browns being the favorite. Doesn't really make sense. That's why I'm going to go with them as my 1-point pick. So there's a lot of big spreads that I like, but I'm going to take a big spread. I'm going to take an underdog. And of course, we got to go with my New York Jets. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to have to, considering what's going on up in Buffalo, considering what, how the Jets have played the Buffalo Bills recently, even with Zach Wilson being the quarterback, he's 2-1 against them. They're missing key pieces on that defense. I think that's the major issue with the Buffalo Bills, which makes no sense why they would get rid of their offensive coordinator. So maybe there's some adjusting, and you know what? Maybe there's some stuff that they could flip around on the Jets that they haven't seen yet. Joe Brady's a decent, he's bounced around a lot, but Joe Brady's a decent offensive coordinator. But I just have faith in the Jets at least keeping it close. They don't really get blown out like that. 2 games, obviously the Chargers and the Dallas game, but still the Chargers game, it wasn't really because of the defense letting up anything big. And eventually, like that Zach roller coaster, maybe we get a good week this week. So give me the Jets as my 2-point pick, getting 7.5 for the purposes of the show.
Nice. I like it.
I don't like it.
For my 3-point pick, it's debating, but I'm gonna have to go with the Miami Dolphins. I thought that it was gonna be last week, the week where the Antonio Pierce love affair kind of flamed out real quick after their win against the Giants. They really didn't look good at all against the Jets. It was the Jets offense which was offensive. But I don't know. I don't think that the defense is good enough to hold all of the stuff that's going around. You got Devon A-Chain coming back this week. They're coming off a bye. Las Vegas is also coming into to Miami. I don't know what the forecast looks like, but Miami's almost a dangerous game. I think actually the spread actually went up while I was talking from 12.5 to 13. But I don't know. I see this being a big blowout for Miami. They're sick and tired of the fraud talk that they haven't beaten any good teams. I think they come back with a vengeance coming off that Kansas City game. Give me the Miami Dolphins, even though it's a big spread, getting 12.5 or 13.5. I think that this is a 2-touchdown game. Give me them for my 3-point pick, and I'm good.
Nice.
Word life. We don't get the pleasure of seeing you in your Dolphins hat, but will you be taking the Dolphins at all this week?
No, not this time around. Though I got a bone to pick with our Jets insider, because damn, I wanted to take those fucking Raiders last weekend. I took the
Why
word of
didn't
my
you?
Jets insider. Because I took the word of my Jets insider, man.
Well, that's
it was a 1-point pick.
Then
With
pick
my
a bone
1-point
with
pick-
yourself, because we know that there is no objectivity when it comes to the Jets. I don't know why you would let that talk you off of the Raiders if you liked it.
But my
'Cause I wasn't-
objectivity,
'cause I
you should have
wasn't-
known if
'cause
I
wasn't
picked them as
really
my
sold on
1-point
it
pick.
anyway. Huh?
If I took them as my 1-point pick, that's how you know that, that's pretty much
Yeah, no. I'm just using it as an
Oh,
excuse.
shit,
I
what
wasn't sold. I did feel strong. I did feel a certain way though. I did think that the Raiders were, but hold on. How do I do this thing? Okay, here we go. I pulled over for this one.
No.
All right.
No.
Wait,
Oh my gosh, why are you making this even?
something just happened to Mark Andrews. Not good. No bueno.
Really?
Are you going video or no?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
All right. With my 1-point pick, I had a little switcheroo because of the Chiefs line moved. So I'm gonna go with my 1-point pick. I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Vikings. Away at Denver, 2.5, getting 2.5 at Denver. I know Denver's hot right now. Well, I guess Russ is playing well, and people are high on Denver right now. But I feel like the Vikings defense is a lot tougher than people are giving them credit. And of course they got a genius playing quarterback over there. So, so give me the Minnesota Vikings 2.5 against Denver. With my 2-point pick, I'm gonna go against my man H's beloved Seattle team. Give me the Rams.
My beloved Seattle team.
getting a 0.1 at home against Seattle. Stafford's back. Cup is back, and that usually means the Rams are better than this underdog at home.
I mean, the conviction in your voice. Wow, I really believe strongly in this.
Well,
I like it.
I'm driving. I'm on the run over here. But yeah, now give me the Rams. I like them, man. I once Cup came back, they're a different team, man. And yeah, the running game's a little beat up or whatever, but Stafford's still a Super Bowl winning quarterback and has been a veteran in the game. And I think give me the better quarterback of that day or that night. So give me the Rams getting one at Seattle, at home against Seattle. And then with my 3-point pick, the reason I had to switch it up, give me the Chiefs at home, giving 2.5 to the Eagles. The Chiefs, man. It's Pat Mahomes at home. You're telling me all he needs to do is drive down the field and hit a field goal, man. Then give me that. I'll take that all day. So that's my logic behind that pick.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
It's not gonna be hard to cut these picks short. Mine.
I like it. Yeah.
All right.
So, so for my 1 point pick, I'm not. I'm not. I don't know why I've been labeled the Seahawks guy. I'm not Seahawks guy. 1 point pick. I'm gonna go against the Vikings. I'm gonna take the Broncos. Just because I think that the Josh Dobbs train is gonna hit a little bit of a speed bump at some point. And I think that's going to be this week. So,
Okay.
I'll take the Broncos.
I like that pick, man.
The only reason I don't like it is because I also I don't like to give points in games where I really like the under, and I love the under in that game. But
I mean, it's just 3 basically.
yeah,
Essentially.
it's not a huge spread, so I'm willing to give it. 2 point pick. I'm a humongous Seahawks guy, so clearly I'm gonna take the Rams.
Ooh.
The Rams already beat the Seahawks week 1 by 17 on the road without Cooper Kupp, and now they're getting points at home with Cooper Kupp. That's the end of my analysis for that. And then my 3 point pick, we're going head-to-head flex. I'm going to take the Steelers. I'm going to take the 1.5 on the road against the Browns. I would feel a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like I would probably stay away if I was getting P.J. Walker, but...
Yeah, I know. When I realized it was DTR,
but for whatever, I don't know why they're going with DTR. I don't get it. But I mean, maybe that could be your whole theory about the whole, Vegas line. Maybe they see something in that. But the only thing I see in that is I see a banged up Browns offensive line, and a quarterback who's a novice going up against a defense that knows that they have to carry the team week in and week out to try to win. So, I'll just take the point, and I'll take the point. I'll take the good defense, and I'll take the, albeit very, very marginally, but I'll take the better quarterback.
And I mean, that's all the more reason why I just think it doesn't make sense, because all the logic points to the Steelers being the favorite.
I mean, the only reason I think that the Steelers are finding it very hard to find any backers right now, because the whole storyline of their season has become the fact that they get outgained every game, and how are they winning these games? Eventually it has to come to an end. So I feel like nobody is really on the Steelers from a betting standpoint right now, and although the Browns lost their quarterback, I think that the what they've been doing has not been based off of quarterback play anyway. I mean, they had their backup quarterback for half the season pretty much, and there hasn't been much of a change in their production from offensive standpoint. So I feel like it makes sense to me why they would be favorites at home. I don't think that the Steelers should be favored because they haven't done enough on offense to really be favored against a good defense. But
Mike Tomlin changed the L to a W.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Tomlin's my guy, and that's really what I'm trusting in Mike T. To I mean, it's a big game. They need that game. Browns are coming off of a huge win. It's tough to beat 2 divisional opponents back-to-back games in the NFL. So I'll roll with the Steelers getting the points, even though they're on the road. And then, of course, the ultimate champ has to make their picks. Say again?
La Caja.
What's going on? Are you no video again?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Woo!
1 point pick for the show, for the box.
Just
So
tell
the
him you're
box
doing
is dope.
Uber.
I want to hear that, so I'm trying to
The
listen
box
to you
is taking the points and going into San Francisco with Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers.
Good, because I was gonna pick
Ooh.
that.
Number
I
one
like
pick.
that.
2-point pick. Let's dig deep in here. And oh, wow. We have another Thursday
Oh
nighter.
no.
Can we do
Uh-oh.
another Thursday nighter?
Oh yeah. I mean,
The Ravens.
Oh.
I knew.
The
I knew
box
I
likes
should have
the
picked them.
Ravens. The box likes
The
the
Ravens.
Ravens.
I know I should have picked them.
Now,
Fuck.
if the Ravens win this game tonight, are the Bengals out? That Bengals playoff hopes are over or what?
Yeah, the Dunsky.
That's what
Yeah?
I'm thinking. That's how I
Wow.
feel. I mean, it's gonna be hard to come. It's gonna be hard to come out of the AFC with. It's gonna be hard to come out of that division with 5-5, and they've already had their easy games. The Bengals
and
already
also-
blew the easy part of their schedule.
And also, they're a team that thrives on starting off slow, picking up steam. If they're losing steam already, it's like, then when are you gonna pick up the steam that you usually?
Well,
pick
I
up?
mean, I mean, yeah, I don't know if they're losing steam. I just think that I feel like their picking up of steam was derailed by the injuries.
Yeah.
3-point
game
pick.
going, by the way? Oh wait, one more pick. Third
What
pick.
happened?
Never mind. Go ahead. I thought we were done. Go ahead.
Bye week. Another bye week. Oh wait, the Saints are on the bye, right? I believe they
I
are.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where are they? Yeah, they're on the bus.
This team is not on a bye week. I forget who they're playing. They're taking the Packers.
Ooh.
Who are the Packers
The
playing?
Chargers.
That's right. Chargers at home,
I have
getting 3.
I have the Chargers on my list. I mean, I have the Packers on my list because that's another spread that doesn't make any sense. For the Chargers to come off a game where they scored 30-something points against the Packers, that
Chargers?
the-
The Chargers played the Lions.
yeah, and they scored 30. They scored 31 or 34 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, even so, I like you put them against the Packers, you
So
still
you think they should be favored by more?
the Chargers, yeah.
I don't know about that. I think it sounds about right. I mean, so you're saying you would take the Chargers against the Packers?
No. I had the Packers, but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense that the Packers are only a 3-point underdog.
I see. Gotcha. Well, there you have it. Should be an interesting week. A lot of head-to-heads, which is also always good. Add a little spice and excitement to the competition, the spirit of competition. Good luck to everybody with their bets.
Oh.
And until next
That's
week.
safely.
Stay black.
That's right. Always in the black.
That explains your video then.
My video.